Be sure to check out FIFAcoinsonline.com for the best deals on FIFA coins from a place you know that you can trust. What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to Swansea City Career Mode episode 11, I think that's what we're on. Today we have a shorter episode than usual. We've still got, I think, 3 games in it, but I didn't play all of them. There was a couple of simmed ones and stuff like that, but some interesting stuff happens. We're getting towards the business end of the season. I say the business end, we're getting towards the transfer part of the season where it starts to get a bit more exciting again, but we come up in our first game against West Brom here. As you can see, we were using the usual 4-2-2-2, I think, by the looks of things. But I simmed the game nonetheless because I didn't feel like we'd have any trouble up against the such a lower opposition. But it seems like we did. Leon Britton got himself sent off. We were at 1-1 at one stage. Starting to have quite a bit of trouble. Didn't think we were going to get anything out of it. Zuma got burked. We're having to bring on like really reserve players, and we ended up getting the 1-1 from it, which isn't really the best result considering Britain got suspended as well. And that means we're still in 7th. We're only 4 points away from 5th, which isn't too bad, but in hindsight, it could have been worse. Just for example, if we'd won that, we would have then just been 2 points away from it. And now we have another really tricky game coming up against Manchester United. Now, in the past, we've actually done really well against the good teams on world class. Like Arsenal, we got the win. Spurs, we got the draw. We've had some really good results. However, this one wasn't quite the case. We were using our 4-2-3-1 formation, I believe, with usual back four of Danilo, Zuma, Nastasic, Shaw, De Guzman and Key as the 2 CDMs, and then Sterling, Adrian and someone else, and then Zuma as the striker. But it didn't take long for them to get the lead. 5 minutes in, Danny Welbeck picked up the first goal, and it just fell from there. Rooney got the second one, 25th minute. It wasn't looking good at all. And then on the 34th minute, Everett picked up the ball. I couldn't defend it, whipped it in. Defender was nowhere near it. Welbeck got a second, and that then meant it was 3-0 at half time. It wasn't going well for us, let's just say that. We looked just not in it at all. It was one of our worst games so far this season, if not the worst. And then to add insult to injury, later on, 81st minute, they whipped in a corner onto the head of, I'm not even going to say his name, but he scored. And it wasn't too good. We end up losing 4-0. But I guess every team has their blips. And even Swansea this season have had 1 or 2 dodgy games. So we just have to ignore that, move on, and just get on with it. We're now even further away. We're now 7 points away from 5th, which isn't good at all. We're down to 9th. We need to start picking up the pace and really doing something with it. So as you can see here, I think I adjust the whole feel of the team. I go to change it to 4-2-3-1 still, but I change it to wide because I just felt like having the players a bit lower down just seemed to work better, having them closer to more of the play and getting them more involved in it. I made a few changes. We ended up with that usual back four, De Guzman and Britton as the 2 CDMs. Then we have as much pace as we can with Dyer and Lamar either side, Coutinho and Ibarbo as the cam and striker. And we sim this one against Reading because, again, they're bottom of the league. I should be winning this one really easy on a sim. I don't really know why, but my team just doesn't seem to want to win any of these simmed games, which is massively frustrating. But one of their players picked up an injury. Luckily, it wasn't one of ours. Adrian came on for Coutinho, and then Schechter came on for Ibarbo, and Adrian missed a penalty in the 70th minute. That's going to prove to be costly because Hunt then scored and we lost the game 1-0, missing a penalty. That's not good at all. It's not looking good for us at this stage. Only 1 point taken from 9, that's right. So 1 draw and 2 losses from 3 games. Absolutely horrendous little spell. Perhaps I shouldn't have simmed those 2 games. They should have been an easy 6 points. But I guess in hindsight, I thought it would have saved some time and would have been able to get us through some more games. And I obviously regret that now. Perhaps I should have just taken my time. But now we have a massive game up against Fulham. These are the ones we got to win. And once again, I believe I simmed it. So we're going to see how that goes in a second. We have a couple little bits going on here. I don't really know why I sat on this screen for so long, but as you can see, we sim the game. We're using the usual team still, the 4-2-3-1, with the exact same players starting as in the last game, hoping just they can do something a little bit different this game and maybe we can actually get a win or something out of it, because we were extremely desperate for it. And as you can see, we kick off here. My controller disconnects for some random reason, and we go into it. Fingers just so crossed because we need to be winning this. We've got to get the win, and so far so good. We haven't conceded. Fulham, and then bang, penalty. What are you doing? It gets worse. Petric scores the first penalty, then another penalty. What are they doing? Giving away all these penalties. Stupid. Not even getting booked for the penalties, which is random. But it got to 3-0. I'm not simming any more games. Big mistake. 3-1 it ended. Huge loss there. Some ridiculous scorelines today. I have learned not to sim games anymore because I just lose them. And Raphael, he says a little hello. What is wrong with Raphael? Nobody knows. He looks like a troll or a monster or something. No one really knows what's wrong with him though. But that is the end of this episode. Next episode, guys, we start in the transfer window, and we have a big game up against Aston Villa. So if you enjoyed this series, please leave a like, guys. All your support would be absolutely massive. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.